Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have a golden touch with money? They're not working harder than you. They're not luckier. They just seem to have cracked a code that you didn't even know existed. The truth is, it all comes down to being literate. But instead of just knowing how to read and write, we're talking about financial literacy. And there are 5 distinct stages in this journey from novice to expert. 5 levels that separate the financial masters from the money challenged. Today, I'm going to walk you through each of these stages. You'll discover where you stand, and more importantly, how to level up. At each stage, we'll take a look at the 5 building blocks of financial literacy: budgeting, savings, debt, investing, and financial goals, and how they typically stack up. And by the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap to financial mastery that most people will never even see. So, let's begin at stage 1, the financial rookie. Imagine you've just landed your first job. The world is your oyster, and your paycheck is the pearl. You're ready to live it up, treat yourself, and maybe splurge on that thing you've always wanted. Sound familiar? Welcome to the life of a financial rookie. At this stage, money is simple. It comes in, it goes out. Rinse and repeat. But here's what you might not realize. Every financial decision you make at this stage is setting the tone for your entire financial future. Let's go a little deeper to see what this looks like. Budgeting. For a financial rookie, budgeting is about as appealing as watching paint dry. You might have a vague idea of your monthly expenses, but beyond that, it's a financial free-for-all. Savings. Savings account? More like your going out fund. The concept of saving for the future is as foreign as quantum physics. Debt. Credit cards are like magic money machines. Buy now, worry later, right? Wrong. This mindset is setting you up for a world of financial pain. Investing. The stock market might as well be on another planet. Your idea of investing is buying a lottery ticket and crossing your fingers. Financial goals. Long-term financial planning. That's something old people do. You're living in the now. But here's the reality check. Staying in this stage is like playing financial Russian roulette. You're one unexpected expense away from a money meltdown. The good news is that leveling up is easier than you think. Start by tracking your spending for a month. I guarantee you'll be shocked at how much is slipping through your fingers on unnecessary things. Next, educate yourself. Pick up a personal finance book. Listen to money podcasts during your commute. Small steps, big impact. Remember, every financial master started as a rookie. The difference is that they didn't stay there. Stage 2, the budget balancer. At this stage, you've had your financial wake-up call. Maybe it was a maxed-out credit card or a moment of panic when an unexpected bill arrived. Whatever it was, you've realized that winging it with your money just doesn't cut it anymore. You're now living the life of a budget balancer. You're like a tightrope walker, carefully treading the line between income and expenses. It's not always pretty, but you're making progress. Let's have another look at those building blocks to see what they might look like. Budgeting. You've graduated from financial guesswork to actual planning. You know roughly how much you spend on essentials each month. You might even use a budgeting app. Progress. Savings. You've started to squirrel away some cash. Maybe it's not much, but that rainy day fund is slowly growing. You're beginning to sleep a little easier at night. Debt. You've faced the music with your debts. You know how much you owe, and you're working on a plan to pay it off. Those minimum payments are mostly a thing of the past. Investing. You've dipped your toe in the investing waters. Maybe you've started contributing to your company's retirement plan. It's a start, even if you're not entirely sure how it all works. Financial goals. You're thinking beyond your next paycheck. Home ownership, a comfortable retirement, etc. These concepts are on your radar now. But here's where many budget balancers get stuck. You're so focused on not losing ground that you miss opportunities to get ahead. You're playing defense with your money when you should be on the offense. It's time to shift gears. Start by building a proper emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses. It might seem impossible, but it's not. Cut back on non-essentials, sell stuff you don't need, or pick up a side hustle. Do whatever it takes. Next, tackle high-interest debt with a vengeance. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar that could be growing your wealth. And don't forget about increasing your income. Can you negotiate a raise? Take on more responsibilities at work? The more you earn, the faster you can reach your financial goals. Remember, being a budget balancer is a crucial step, but it's not the end game. It's time to level up to stage 3, the savvy saver. If you've made it here, take a moment to celebrate. You've left behind the financial chaos of your rookie days and the constant juggling act of the budget balancer. At this stage, you're like a skilled gardener. You've prepared the soil, planted the seeds, and now you're starting to see the first shoots of real wealth. But there's still plenty of work to do. Back to those building blocks. Budgeting. Your budget isn't just a plan, it's a well-oiled machine. You know where every dollar's going, and you're intentional about your spending. Savings. You're not just saving, you're saving with purpose. Emergency fund? Check. Short-term savings for vacations or big purchases? Check. You're prepared for life's curveballs. Debt. High-interest debt is a thing of the past. You might still have a mortgage or student loans, but you're managing them strategically. Investing. You're regularly investing a portion of your income. You understand the basics of diversification, and you're taking advantage of tax-advantaged accounts like 401ks and IRAs. Financial goals. Your goals are smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. You're not just dreaming about financial freedom, you're actively working towards it. But here's where many savvy savers hit a wall. They think saving is enough. They park their money in low-yield savings accounts and call it a day. Meanwhile, inflation is silently eroding their purchasing power. You've got to shift gears and make your money work as hard as you do. Start by diving deeper into investment strategies. Beyond basic index funds, learn about asset allocation, rebalancing, and tax-efficient investing. Don't shy away from calculated risks. At this stage, you have the financial stability to weather some market volatility in pursuit of higher returns. Also, start seriously thinking about multiple income streams. Can you turn a hobby into a side business? Invest in rental property? The most financially secure people rarely rely on a single source of income. And don't neglect professional development. Investing in your skills can lead to higher earnings, accelerating your wealth-building journey. Being a savvy saver is commendable, but it's not the final destination. Keep pushing forward. Stage 4, the wealth builder. This is like the big leagues of personal finance. As a wealth builder, you're not just managing money, you're strategically growing your net worth. At this stage, you're like a chess master, thinking several moves ahead. You're not just playing not to lose, you're playing to win. Let's have a look at those building blocks. Budgeting. Your budget is now a wealth-building tool. You're not just tracking expenses, you're optimizing cash flow to maximize savings and investments. Savings. Saving is automatic. You're likely saving 20% or more of your income without breaking a sweat. Debt. You're leveraging debt strategically. Maybe you're using a mortgage to build equity in real estate, or using low-interest loans to invest in high-return opportunities. Investing. Your investment strategy is sophisticated. You're diversified across various asset classes, and you're not afraid to seize opportunities in different market conditions. Financial goals. You're not just planning for retirement, you're planning for financial independence. The question isn't if you'll reach your goals, but how soon. But here's the challenge for wealth builders: complacency. It's easy to think you've got it all figured out, but the financial world is constantly evolving. And so should your strategies. It's time to optimize every aspect of your financial life by thinking about another set of more advanced concepts. Tax strategy. Are you taking advantage of every legal tax reduction strategy? The difference between a good and great tax strategy can be tens of thousands of dollars a year. Estate planning. It's not just about what you earn, but what you keep and pass on. Start thinking about trusts, wills, and other estate planning tools. Risk management. As your wealth grows, so do potential risks. Review your insurance coverage. Consider umbrella policies to protect your assets. Alternative investments. Look beyond traditional stocks and bonds. Real estate, private equity, even venture capital might have a place in your portfolio. Philanthropy. Start thinking about how you can use your wealth to make a positive impact. Strategic giving can be fulfilling and tax efficient. At this stage, your biggest asset is your financial intelligence. Never stop learning, adapting, and growing. Stage 5, the financial maestro. Welcome to the pinnacle of financial literacy. As a financial maestro, you don't just have money, you have mastery over it. Money is no longer a goal, but a tool you wield with precision to create the life and legacy you desire. But even here, the performance never ends. Let's break it down. Budgeting. The concept of budgeting has evolved into holistic wealth management. You're not just tracking personal expenses, but managing complex financial structures. Savings. Traditional savings are a small part of your financial picture. Your wealth is working hard, generating more wealth through sophisticated investment strategies. Debt. This is a strategic tool in your financial arsenal. You understand how to use other people's money to amplify your wealth-building efforts. Investing. Your investment strategy is multifaceted and global. You're likely involved in venture capital, private equity, or even angel investing. You don't just follow trends, you set them. Financial goals. Your goals have shifted from personal financial security to creating a lasting legacy. You're thinking in terms of generational wealth and global impact. The challenges at this level are as much philosophical as they are financial. How do you ensure your wealth aligns with your values? How do you use your financial success to create meaningful change? Ultimately, it's making money your rocket fuel to achieve your dreams and aspirations. Whether those are making a change in areas you're passionate about, or about passing on your knowledge and resources to the next generation. And for a taste of how the rich think about money, check out this video next on the winning mindsets of the wealthy.